Hey guys, this is lesson 7, the key to common denominators. So we're just going to find equal fractions, essentially. And the way we do that is by using its ratio. And there's a few ways to do this. So for exercise A, they want you basically to convert 2/3 into ninths. And you could recognize right off the bat that how do you go from 3 to 9? Well, you multiply by 3. So that means you must do the same on top. So 2 times 3 here would be 6. So that would be 6/9 for an answer. Or 6. That would be going in the block. Again, let's try the next one. Let's do number 3 over here. Got a little bit more room. So how do you go from 8 to 16? Well, you multiply by 2. So 1 times 2 is 2. So the answer is 2/16. In exercise B, a little bit different. They want you to write these pairs of fractions with common denominators. I always like to choose the least common denominator. So I'm going to look at, say, number 1. Look at the denominators 2 and 8. Can 2 go into 8? Yes, it can. How do you go from 2 to 8? Well, you have to multiply by 4. So that means you must do the same thing up top. So this will be 4/8. And the 5/8 would stay the same because it's already in the least common denominator. You could pick another one. So another way to do it would be to multiply 2 times 8. You're guaranteed both of them to have the same denominator, so 16 and 16. And then how do you go from 8 to 16? You multiply by 2, so you got to do the same to the top. So 5 times 2 is 10. And over here, how do you go from 2 to 16? You multiply by 8. So that's going to be 8 times 1, which is 8. Okay? So there's 2 ways to do it. I like choosing the lowest common denominator because it means you don't have to figure out the other fraction. So over here, number 3, you got 1/4 and 1/2. Can 2 go into 4? Yes, it can. How many times? Twice. So 1/4 will remain the same, and 1/2 will turn into, how do you go from 2 to 4? Times 2. 1 times 2 is 2. Okay, over here, we're going to be trying to figure out the missing block, essentially, the same as exercise A. And can 40 go in? I'm sorry, can 8 go into 40? Yes, it can. You do that by times 5. So 7 times 5 would be 35. Okay, and that's how you would solve for those. There's one more way. In algebra, you learned that this would be your x. So you can go ahead and do cross multiplication. 13x equals 5 times 39. So 5 times 39 is 195. How'd you solve for x? Divide by 13. So 195 divided by 13 gives me 15. So that was my x. So that square there would be 15 for an answer. Okay? And that is the key to common denominators or expressing fractions in higher terms.